everyone, this is your Mad Yogi Eileen, bringing you the full Leo flow. Now, just the same as the Leo Tala salutation, the shorter version of this flow, we do have a lot of kneeling poses, yeah? So please choose the angle of your ankles that best suit you. That can either be, I hope you can see this, either be in plantar flexion, so straight front of the ankle, or in dorsiflexion. And we're going to be using either of those or both of those if you want to change it up during the flow. And again, we're going to be using them during the cat poses and some of the upward facing dogs as well. So it's going to be a higher version of the upward facing dog. This Leo flow is also upper body heavy. So it is quite taxing for the wrists and the shoulders. So please remember, you can always stop and rest whenever you need to. You don't have to do this flow continuously, especially if it's the first time that you're doing this flow or you're still building up that upper body strength. Again, it can be a little taxing for the wrists and the shoulders. So whenever you come out of your flows or come out of your poses, just roll your shoulders and massage your wrist. Yes, squeeze. I'll come a little closer to the camera. Just squeeze your forearms, squeeze your wrists, and massage your wrists and your forearms whenever you need to, okay? So let's come to the top of the mat. Let's start our flow. And we're going to start with a progressional sun salutation just to heat up the body properly, okay? So roll the shoulders, shake the body out. Just shaking out the cobwebs, especially if you're doing this in the morning. So from here, tilt the hips, spinal wave. As per usual, tilt the hips, wave the spine up. Roll the shoulders, one more. Tilt the hips, belly in and up, chest up, head up. Hug and lift. Remember, hugging and lifting. Now, backs of the hands in, spinal wave. As you wave your arms up into our upward facing hands. Breathing here, shallow back bend, just a shallow one. Push your hips forward, just a very shallow back bend. Allow your body to counterweight itself. Squeeze the front line of your body, especially your psoas and your abdominal muscles to lift yourself up. Hands press in, elbows press in. Make an effort to press them in, but keep them lifted. Don't drop them down. Keep them lifted. Knees bend, head bows down, forward fold, let the head go. Soften the knees here, soften the body. If your head is okay, meaning to say there's no heaviness in your head, you can look through the gap between your legs and as high up that gap as you can. But if there's a little bit of discomfort, if the head feels heavy, just look at that top horizon of your mat. You are pushing down through the length of your legs without locking the knees, pushing down through the length of your arms without locking the elbows. That helps with your stability. It also helps lengthen the backs of the legs. Now, finger pads high on your shins. Push through the length of your arms and fingers and have that spinal wave up to your half lift. Exhale, waving down. Just starting slow for now to heat up the body. Finger pads maybe a little lower on your shins. Wave yourself up. 3 spinal waves, yeah? All the way down. One more, finger pads maybe a little lower on your shins. Give it a go. Elbows in, don't let them wing out. And wave yourself into your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands as flat as you can make them, so adjust your feet if you need to, and just walk. But while you're walking, I want you to move your body weight side to side in a rocking motion. Coming into your plank, knees down, Knee plank, untuck your toes. Body weight ever so slightly forward, bend the elbows all the way down, flat plank. Now for your options, hands off the mat, contract your back muscles and wave up to your low cobra. Breathing here and exhale, hands down, relax the body. That's your low cobra. 2 more. Hands off, wave the spine up, low cobra. Stay or press your hands down, add the strength of your arms into a higher cobra. Elbows in, again, never wing them out. Exhale, waving down. That's your second option. Third option, hands off the mat, waving up, low cobra. Add the strength of your arms, higher cobra, or a lot more, and lift your legs up. You're pushing through the length of your arms, length of your legs into the tops of your feet for an upward facing dog. Exhale, all the way down. Tuck your toes back under in a dorsiflexion of your ankles and squeeze yourself back up into a knee plank. Knees up, full plank. Knees bend and push back through the length of your arms into a puppy pose. Let's just have a few spinal waves here in puppy pose. Belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. 2 more. Belly up, chest up, head up, exhale down. Last one. Belly up, chest up, head up, and if you want to lengthen your legs, do it now. And come into your downward facing dog. And a few spinal waves more. Whether you're in a downward facing dog or in a puppy pose. Inhale, heels up. Knees bend. Once again, side to side, rocking motion of the body. Walking all the way up. Don't rush. Into your forward fold. Finger pads, any height on your shins, and wave yourself up halfway. Pushing through the length of your arms. Again, don't just rely on your back muscles, especially the QLs, to lift you up. Exhale down. That leads to a really tight set of QL muscles. Knees bend, backs of the hands in, push to the length of your legs, length of your torso. Lengthen your arms up, upward facing hands. Push the hips forward, shallow or maybe a little deeper in your back bend now if you want to. Squeeze the front line of the body to lift. Bring your hands in, elbows in, knees bend, bow down, forward fold. Choose the angle of your neck, choose the depth of your forward fold, but keep activating your limbs. Soften the pose. Finger pads any height on your shins or down on the mat now if you want to, and wave up halfway. If your finger pads are down on the mat, you're still pushing to the length of your arms, maybe in the 3 middle fingers. If your thumbs and pinkies are lifted up, and exhale, forward fold. Walk back. Rock the body side to side as you walk back to plank. Now your options, all the way down or a tiny click of the elbows in chaturanga. Push yourself forward and up. Your upward facing dog here can be with toes tucked under, yeah? In a dorsiflexion of the ankles. Push the hips up, plank. Push the body up in plank. Knees bend, push back, puppy pose. 1 spinal wave. And exhale. Choose to stay in puppy pose or lengthen the legs in downward facing dog. And a few more spinal waves. So our half low can be just a small click of the elbows for chaturanga. Doesn't have to be absolute 90 degrees. and your toes can be tucked under during the upward facing dog. From here, heels up, knees and elbows bend, hop or step up. Top of your mat. Forward fold. Now let's make this smooth. Knees bend. Backs of the hands in your forward fold. Push to the length of your body, lengthening up. Upward facing hands. Push the hips forward, shallow or deep back bend. Allow the body to counterweight itself. Squeeze the front line of the body to lift. Hands in, elbows press in, knees bend, head bows down, hands release beside the feet, head a little lower if you want, or look at that top horizon of your mat and pare back your forward fold. Finger pads anywhere you want them to be, on your shins or down on the mat, and wave up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, hands as flat as you can make them. Now step or jump back. Plank. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. You can go through your options if you want to. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Spinal wave. Downward facing dog. And one more spinal wave. Heels up. Knees and elbows bend. Step or jump. Top of your mat. Forward fold. Finger pads anywhere you want them. And wave up halfway. Personally, I like the highest setting for this one. Exhale down. Knees bend. Backs of the hands in. Push through the length of your body to lengthen yourself up. Push your hips forward. Shallow or deep back bend. Squeeze the front line of the body to lift. Hands, elbows, knees, head bows, hands release, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Remember to activate your upper back. Exhale down, step or jump back. Plank. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Spinal wave. Downward facing dog. Spinal wave. Deep full breath. Heels up. Knees and elbows bend. Step or jump. Top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, waving up halfway. Breathing. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend. Backs of the hands in. Wave yourself up. Last round of our sun salutation. Push the hips forward. Shallow or deep back bend. Squeeze the front line of the body to lift. Hands press. Elbows press. Knees bend. Bow down. Forward fold. Inhale, waving up halfway. Don't let your shoulders drop down. Nice strong back. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend. Elbows bend as well. And step or jump back. Plank. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Spinal wave. Sigh even if you want to, yeah? You're welcome to sigh. from your downward facing dog, bring your heels up, knees all the way down. Keep your hands where they are. This is a very body lengthening movement. Push sit bones to your heels. Adjust yourself here as you need to. You might even want to walk your hands a little bit further, but not close. Yeah, don't let your elbows drop down here. Keep them lifted. Keep that pushing down sensation through your back, down your arm, into the circles of your hands. Your toes can be tucked under in a high extended child's pose. Now look forward. Don't allow your elbows to drift out to the sides, and slide yourself forward and push up into your upward facing dog with your toes tucked under. Push the hips up, full plank, knees bend, push back, puppy pose. Knees all the way down, hips back. Now let's try the other option. Untuck your toes in a plantar flexion, keep your hands where they are, and push your hips back. Again, it's a very body lengthening movement. Look forward. Elbows press in, don't let them wing out, and slide yourself forward and up. So you've come into a proper upward facing dog with your ankles in plantar flexion, yeah? Push the hips up, a moment in pointed plank. Then flip the toes over, full plank, knees bend, push back, puppy pose. Knees all the way down, push back. Let's have one more version with the toes tucked under in dorsiflexion. Look forward, slide through, push up in a higher upward facing dog. Lift the hips up, squeeze up, pushing through your arms and legs. Knees bend, push back. Puppy pose. One more. Knees all the way down. Untuck your toes, plantar flex the ankles, push back. Feel that lengthening right here in the sides of your body. Look forward, slide through, and push up. Upward facing dog. Lift the hips up, pointed plank. Flip the toes over, full plank. Knees bend, push back. Back into your puppy pose. Deep full breath, spinal wave here. Whenever we're in this pose, you're welcome to do spinal waves. Now from here, wave forward to plank. Look at my feet. We'll do this one at a time. Yeah? Flip over the tops of your toes. So you're just rolling at the tops of your toes and bringing the knees down. Roll on top of your toes and bring the knees down. So we've come into a cat pose, not a knee plant. If you need to pad your knees here, please do so. Yeah? From here, upward facing cat. Looking up, tilting the hips, but don't let your belly sag. Still keep it lifting up, but arch the back. Upward facing cat, downward facing cat. Reverse the curvature of your spine. Again, in a forward fold, either look at that space between your hands, or if you're okay, look to the gap between your legs and as high up that gap as you can. Just two more. Inhale, upward facing cat, pushing through your arms. Don't let your clavicle drop down here, yeah? Your collarbones. Exhale, downward facing cat. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. Come back to neutral. And again, one at a time. Lift your left knee up. Roll on top of your toes. Extend your knee so your left side is already in a plank. Push through your arms to support your body weight and replicate that on the right side. Now, from here, with your left hand first, so you can also see, lift your hand, squeeze the mat up, and bring your hand down. Walk it back. Right hand squeezes up and down. We're crawling back. Left hand squeezes up and down. And the right. So we're moving the body weight side to side and we're squeezing the mat up. Add a little bit of a scratching motion there, but not with your nails. Knees bend, arms extend way out to the sides, and I'm just doing this with my head towards the camera so you can see. Arms extending out to the sides. Starting with your left knee, bend the left, drift the body weight to the right, to the left side. Allow your left arm extending out to support your body weight and to catch you. Drift your body weight to the right side and replicate that motion. Left side. As you're doing this, your belly is coming on top of your thigh. Massaging action for the abdominal cavity. But of course, some people might find that this is uncomfortable with that pressure on your belly. So pare it back a little higher. You can bring your hands on your thighs and just come this way, yeah? So we're kind of rolling the knees side to side without bringing pressure on your knees. Yeah, just softening the joints, adding mobility to our joints. From here, come back to center. Doesn't matter which side you start with, but crawl forward. But have that cat-like motion with the wrists as you crawl forward, yeah? You're like pawing forward back into plank. One more time, one at a time. Left leg. Curl, roll on top of your toes, knees down. Right leg, roll on top of your toes, knee down. Upward facing cat, downward facing cat. Upward facing cat, downward facing cat. One more. Upward facing cat, downward facing cat. Come back to neutral. Now I'm going to throw in an option here. One at a time with your legs, extending them out to your plank, or if you want strong upper body weight, you're pushing through your arms to lift the chest up, and at the same time lift the knees up and unfurl. Yeah, just one more time. You can watch this. Lift the knees up and unfurl. Knees bend, crawl back. Crawling back, side to side, shift of your body weight until you're at the back of your mat once again. Arms out to the sides, knees bent, choose a side, and side waves. Forward fold, side waves. Breathing. Once again, pare it back. If your physiology doesn't like that pressure on your abdomen, yeah, pare it back. But if you're okay, it's quite well, nice is a relative term, but it does massage a little bit our abdominal cavity, our abdominal organs with that pressure. Come back to center, paw forward like a cat. It counterposes the wrists, yeah? Full plank, one at a time, or at the same time. Flip over your toes and down. Now I'm going to add one more thing here. Keep your knees down on the mat, or if you want to, hover them up with your ankles still plantar flexed. Upward facing floating cat or full cat. Downward facing floating cat or full cat. Upward facing, downward facing. One more. Upward facing cat, downward facing cat, Back to neutral. Knees down. if you did the floating cat. One at a time or at the same time, unfurl your legs, plank. Crawl back to the back of the mat. Body weight shifting side to side. Extending the arms out, shift the body weight. Forward fold sways. Breathing. Remember, you can always stop and rest and massage your wrists. Back to center, just one more. Crawl forward. Crawling forward. One at a time or together. Flip over your toes, knees down. Set yourself in cat. Determine if you want floating cat or full cat. That means knees down on the mat. Inhale, upward facing cat. Exhale, downward facing full cat or floating. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Knees down. Good. From here, unfurl back to your plank. One at a time with your legs or together. Crawl back. Crawling back, forward fold, squeezing the mat, adding a bit more of finger strength, and sideways wave. Forward fold, side waves. Breathing. Back to center, crawl forward. Again, curl your wrists, yeah, and your fingers like a cat pawing. We are doing a Leo flow after all. From your plank, knees bend, push back, puppy pose, spinal wave. You can even sigh if you want to. From here, heels up. If they're low, knees down. Hips push back to your heels. Determine the angle of your ankles. Dorsal flexed or plantar flexed. Tucked under or flat. Look forward. Elbows squeeze in. Glide through. Push up. Full upward facing dog or with your toes tucked under. Push the hips up. Full plank or a moment in pointed plank. Then flip your toes under. Knees bend. Push back. Puppy pose. Spinal wave. Let's make this smooth. Knees down. Hips push back. Determine the angle of your ankles. Look forward. Glide through. Pushing up. Hips up. Come to plank. Knees bend. Puppy pose. Spinal wave. And down. Knees down. Untuck your toes. If you want plantar flexion or keep them tucked under. Look forward. Slide through. Hips up. Come back to your full plank. Knees bend. Push back. Puppy pose. Spinal wave. Breathing. Last one. Heels up if you're not there yet. Knees down. Hips push back. Dorsal flexed or plantar flexion of the ankles. Look forward. Slide through. Pushing up. Hips up. Plank. Knees bend. puppy pose, and spinal waves. A few spinal waves here. Do some more spinal waves. And you're welcome to come into your downward facing dog here. If you want to, if you prefer a downward facing dog over a puppy pose. But this one is accessible for those maybe with tight hamstrings, tight Achilles, or if you want to just pare it back. From here, heels up, knees all the way down, push yourself back, untuck your toes and massage your arms and your wrists. As I tell you what's going to happen next, you're more than welcome to let the video run a little bit and then rewind and do the flow with me. But this is a short workshop, yes, so that you can see what's going to happen first. Now, you are welcome to keep both feet down on the mat and just do our regular half flow, or you are welcome as well to come into a three-legged flow with me. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do with our cues. So just massage your wrist first as I tell you what's going to happen. We're going to curl one leg up. I'll do my right. Curling one leg up, pointing it back and up, and lengthen. When you hear me say open dog, you're going to tilt your body to one side. Sorry, I'll do the left. You're going to tilt the body to one side. With that top leg, you're going to have a scooping action. So you can see, you're going to have a scooping action this way. Yeah? And then back up. So open dog, scoop that leg, and back to three-legged dog. And we're going to do, I am going to cue a three-legged flow here as I'm doing it quickly, but you're welcome to bring that leg down and just do a regular flow. Your toes can be tucked under in your upward facing dog during this section of the flow. Yes, so from here, everyone coming back to downward facing dog. Getting your measurements in plank and downward facing dog. Do your spinal waves. Now, I know you can't see me, so once again, if you want to come out of your pose and just watch for a bit, you're welcome to do so. Right leg curls up, thigh to belly. Plantar flex the ankles, but flick the toe. Point the knee back and up. Gain height in that leg. Lengthen your psoas and your quads. Squeezing the gluteals. Extend that knee. Lengthen the leg. Open your right body to your right side. Open dog. Top leg scoops down the left and back up. Shoulders level, hips level. Wave forward, three-legged plank, or bring that foot down. Tiny click of the elbows, three-legged chaturanga. Push the chest forward and up, three-legged upward facing dog. Push the hips up, three-legged plank. Bend both knees, three-legged puppy pose, and back to three-legged dog. Bend the top knee, bring it down. Spinal wave. Deep full breath. Again, you're welcome to just bring both feet down on the mat. Left leg, thigh to belly. Plantar flex your ankle, flick your toes. Point the knee back and up. Gain height in that knee. Lengthening your front leg muscles. Squeezing the back muscles. And lengthen that top leg. Left side of the body turns to the left side and scoop that leg. Back to center, level your body. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Three-legged chaturanga. Three-legged upward facing dog with those toes tucked under. Push your hips up. Three-legged puppy pose. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Step it down, spinal waves. Deep full breath. Now we know what to do. Let's make this smooth. Right leg curls up. Knee points back and up. Extend. Open dog to the right side. Scoop that leg. Back to center. Level the body. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Back to plank. Puppy pose. Three-legged dog. And bring it down. Notice I've shortened the instructions to just say the pose. You're welcome to do a three-legged pose or a full flow. And we're doing spinal waves. Left leg curls up. Knee points back and up. Extend. Open dog to the left. Scoop that leg. Back to center. Level the body. Wave forward. Three-legged plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Bend that top knee. Step it down. Spinal wave. From here. Heels up. Knees all the way down. Hips push back. High extended child's pose. Or if you want to, full extended child's pose. Circular cat, as we did. Look forward. Slide through. Push up. Hips up. Knees bend. Puppy pose, as we did. So this is familiar. Heels up. Knees down. Hips push back. Choose the angle of your ankles. Slide through. Pushing up. Hips up. Transition to plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Heels up. Knees down. Choose the angle of your ankles. Extended child's pose. Slide through. Push up. Hips up. Transition to full plank. Push back. Puppy pose. Spinal wave. Last one. Heels up. Knees down. Choose high extended child's pose or low. Slide through and pushing up. I hope you haven't been dropping your elbows in your extended child's pose. Transition to plank, puppy, and downward facing dog. Spinal waves. Remember, you're welcome to pause the video and rest and massage your joints and muscles. Last set of this three-legged flow. Right leg curls up, thigh to belly, knee points back and up, extend. Open dog to the right side, scoop that leg, back to center. Wave forward, three-legged chaturanga, three-legged upward facing dog, back to three-legged plank, three-legged puppy, three-legged dog, and bring that leg down. Spinal wave. Remember, you're welcome to rest. Left leg, thigh to belly, curl that leg up. Knee points back and up, extend. Open dog to the left, curl that leg, back to center. Wave forward, three-legged plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, plank, puppy, back to three-legged dog, and bring that leg down. Spinal wave. Good. Right leg curls up, thigh to belly. Knee points back and up, extend. Open dog to the right, curl that leg. Center, three-legged plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, plank, puppy, three-legged dog, and bring that leg down. Spinal wave. Sigh. Left leg, thigh to belly, knee points back and up, extend. Open dog to the left, curl that leg. Back to center, wave forward. Three-legged plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, back to three-legged plank, puppy, and three-legged dog. Bend that knee, step it down. Spinal wave. Deep, full breath. Last one, I do promise. Right leg curls up, knee points back and up, extend. Open dog to the right, center, wave forward. Three-legged plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, plank, puppy, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. Reset your body here. Spinal waves. Always do your spinal waves in between. Last one to the left. Left leg curls up, knee points back and up, extends. Open dog to the left, curl that leg, back to center. Last one of this. Wave forward, three-legged plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, plank, puppy, three-legged dog. Bend that top knee, step it down. Spinal waves. Oh, dear Lord, that's tough. Heels up, knees down, push back, and massage your poor wrists, your poor hands, your shoulders. Give your shoulders some rolls. Give your arms some shakes. Oh, you feel the temperature of your arms? They should be burning. No more of that. I do promise you, no more of that. Squeeze your fists. Yeah, squeeze your hands. Now, for the last one, once again, you are welcome to watch the flow first, because your head will be down and you might not be able to see your screen. And then rewind for that amount of time that you watched and do the flow with me. Yeah? From here, extended child's pose, please. Just to gain our alignments once again. Tuck the toes under, lift up. Downward facing dog. Reset your hands, widen them, big circles of the hands, and flatten your feet down on the mat. Not the arches, just the triangles of your feet. Now, listening to the instructions, right leg curls up, knee points back and up, extend as we did. But from here, wave forward, three-legged plank, curl your right leg through and step. Back heel is still up, yeah, it's still pointing up. Bring your hands, if you want to pair it back, bring them in line with your front foot or keep them where they were. Back foot can also walk in a little bit and it will make sense in a bit, yeah? From here, don't think about your hamstrings, especially this right set of hamstrings, but think about the strength of your arms and push through your arms until your body drifts to the back. Allow it to drift to the back until your back heel comes down and your front leg comes into a straight line, yeah? So essentially what we did was just pushed herself to the back, not really demanding lengthening of that front leg, not thinking about those front hamstrings. Sometimes, well, often, really, And yes, I'm talking to keep us in the pose. Often, with our tight muscles, they get even tighter because we're anticipating that lengthening of the muscles. And if we're not mentally and emotionally ready, our body will respond by contracting even more, by tightening even more. From here, back heel points up. Just reset your foot so it comes to neutral. Bring your knee down. So you've come into a box shape position with your legs. Right hand pressing down on your right foot. And your left hand is now free to adjust and carry your body weight. Untuck your back toes. Yeah? Plant or flex your ankle. And just, once again, push to your front arm until your body comes to the back. We're not really sitting down on our heel here, at least not yet, yeah? Not yet. What we're trying to do is have that kind of alternating activation of your extended leg muscles. You're contracting your quads, you're lengthening your tibialis anterior, you're contracting your calf muscles, the soleus and the gastrocnemius, and you're lengthening the hamstrings. A few breaths here. From here, release your right hand from your right foot and just dorsal flex your front ankle, and you can sit down. This now contracts the front muscles of the leg, including your tibialis anterior, which was lengthening previously, and lengthens the back muscles of your leg, including the gastrocnemius and the soleus, the calf muscles. And we're supported here. The rest of the body can relax, but you're supporting your body weight with your arms. Now from here, crawl back forward, stay low. Right foot flat on the mat. Left hand shifts to your left heel. You're welcome to tuck your toes under here. Adjust this back leg as you need to bring your left hand on that heel. Yeah? Right arm. See my movement? I'm sweeping down obliquely, circling up, and reaching maybe just a soft diagonal up. If this feels too heavy, you're welcome to bring your arm into a vertical position. But the point of this, I do want you to at least feel that lengthening right here in your pectoral muscles and your anterior deltoid. So please choose an angle. See, I'm changing the angle of my arm. I'm letting my head relax. I'm changing the angle of my arm until I feel that lengthening right here in my pectoral muscles. This is the counter pose for all of those planks and chaturangas and upper body workouts. From here, top arm circles the same general direction and circle back down on the mat. With your back toes tucked under already, maybe. If not, tuck your toes under. Once your toes are tucked under, push yourself up. Back heel down on the mat. Soften the body here. Turn your head and your toes to that long horizon of the mat. Soften your knees here. Extend your body to the right side. Extending your arms to the right side. Left leg nice and long. And you know what's going to happen now. Side sweeping lunge. Right and left. Don't overly think this. Just relax the body. You can hear my fingers are gliding across my mat. Once you're on the left side, stop. Turn your feet, back heel points up, hands in line with your front foot or a little further forward. Maybe you just one more space forward if you want to. If you want this stance to be long, but you're welcome to make it nice and short as well. Yeah? And once again, don't stress your front hamstrings by overly thinking about them. Think about the strengths that we've built up in our arms and push through your arms, pushing the body to the back until your back heel is down and your front leg is nice and straight. Support your body weight here, especially if that front leg, front set of hamstrings is tight and it can't carry a lot of your body weight. Support your body weight with your arms. Yes, I'm still talking to keep in the pose. Or if you want to try, you can also soften your arms a bit, not releasing your body weight entirely on your front leg, but just giving it a little bit more weight to coax it to lengthen if you want to. But this does demand a lot of discipline, yeah, to not overdo it. From here, back toes point up. Foot comes back to a neutral position, knee down, and you've come into our box shape position of the legs. Left hand, left foot, right hand, free to support your body weight. You can untuck your toes here, depending on the situation of your toes and your ankles, and push back. The front foot is flat on the mat, yeah? That's why the hand is there. It's pressing it down. And once again, feel the activation of your left leg muscles now. Quads are contracting. Tibialis anterior is lengthening. Calf muscles are contracting. Hamstring muscles are lengthening. From here, release your left hand from your left foot. Dorsiflex flex your ankle and drift your body weight to the back until your front leg now changes from an alternating activation to the posterior of your leg lengthening and the anterior of your leg contracting. The rest of the body here, you can roll your shoulders if you want. You can squeeze your fingers. From here, push yourself back up. Crawl back forward. Again, pad your knees, please, if you need to. Back, ankle and toes, depending on the situation of your knuckles, of your joints. Position it as you need to. Right hand, right heel. Yeah, this is a balancing, so please don't rush. Left arm sweeps down. Circular motion back up. Choose. I need to change the tucking under of my toes. Choose the angle of this top arm. If you don't want to bring it back, it can be just a soft angle this way. It can even be vertical, as I said. Or you are indeed invited to change the angle. Yeah, for me, it needs to be a little bit deeper. You can't see my arm anymore, but it's quite deep towards the other side, if you can see my hand there. But the point is to feel that lengthening in your left pectoral muscles this time and your deltoid muscles, especially the anterior ones, yeah? And a bit of your biceps and triceps as well, of course. Top arm circles back down and coming back down. From here, tuck your back toes under, hands on the plank, and step back to your full plank. Knees bend, push back. Spinal wave. Deep, full breath. And to balance your legs, left leg curls up, knee points back and up, extend. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Curl that leg through, step it through. Doing the left side first this time. Determine where your hands want to be. Push through the strength and length of your arms and fingers into our intense side stretch. Fully support your body weight here, or add some body weight on top of your front leg. Up to you. Pare back the pose. Back heel points up. Knees bend. Left hand, left foot. And bring your body weight to the back. Plantar flexion of that front ankle. Adjust your seat. Adjust your back leg. Plantar flex your ankle as well. And this time, anterior of the leg contraction, posterior of the leg lengthening. Relaxing the rest of your body. Lift yourself back up, crawl forward, tuck your toes back under, or determine the angle of your joints. Right hand, right heel, left arm circles up and come into your half camel. Top arm angles to where you feel that lengthening of your pectoral muscles. Just let the head relax. Top arm circles back down the right side and all the way back down. Back toes tuck under. Lift your back knee off. Side sweeping lunge. Deep full breath. And coming back to the right side. Turn on your heels. Back heel lifts up. Hands simulate where they were previously. Either just one distance in front or on top of your foot or in line with your foot. Up to you. Back leg can be narrow or shallow or deep, and push through your arms. Intense side stretch. With or without that extra weight of your body on your front leg. But even if you do bring your weight on your front leg, always still support your body weight with your arms. Until you gain that confidence to maybe lift your hands up. If you want to. Pare back the pose. Back heel points up. Knee comes down. Right hand, right foot. And push your body weight to the back. Contract your quads. Contract your calves. Lengthen your shin muscles. Lengthen your hamstrings. Soften the pose, dorsal flex that ankle, and you can adjust your seat here. Upper body is nice and relaxed. You can even roll the shoulders. We're just lengthening out, softly lengthening out the backs of the leg here and contracting the top of the leg. Last one of this. Push yourself back up. Crawl forward. Angle your ankle and toe joints as you need to here. Left hand, left heel, right arm sweeps up. And once again, choose the angle of your top arm until you feel that lengthening right here in your pectoral muscles. The angle of your right and left might actually differ, yeah? Mine is a little bit different, so choose. No right or wrong there. Top arm circles back down. Good. Crawl back. And rest for a moment in an extended child's pose variation, the soft one. Yay, elbows close to your knees, hands stacked in fists, resting the forehead on that top cup of your fists. Breathing. Then wave yourself up. Then roll the shoulders. Now lengthen your legs forward. If you want your Shavasana, then after our sacroiliac joint massage, you can lengthen your legs out and come into your Shavasana, or you can come back into this seated pose and just balance the breath and the heart rate once again. But let's do that sacroiliac joint massage first. Lie down. Curl your knees in and draw circles with your knees. If you have a ponytail, please move it out of the way, just so your head doesn't slide off, yeah? That might hurt your cervical spine. From here, bring your feet down, relax your arms beside the body, and do some soft window wipes. Window wipes first. And incrementally lengthen your legs out. If you want your Shavasana, incrementally lengthening the legs out. Or if you're feeling okay, as I hope you are, you can bring your knees back in, bring your arms above the head, and hold on to your elbows. This is how we exit Shavasana as well, by the way, yeah? From here, turn to your left side in a full fetal position on your left side. Deep full breath here. Release your hands from your elbows. Top hand pressing strongly into the mat. Follow through with the other arm and join me into any comfortable seated pose. Let's just equilibrate the heart rate and the breath rate, yeah? One hand on your heart space, one hand spread across the belly. This isn't an airy-fairy thing. I want you to feel your heartbeat with your top hand and the movement of your breath, with your lungs filling up, your diaphragm is pressing down, so your upper belly especially has to move, yeah? So I want you to feel your heart rate and your breath rate. You can close your eyes here if you want. Inhale. You can even hum, like our bee breath, yeah? You can hum. Let's do that. Inhale. Or no humming if you don't want to. No closing of eyes even if you don't want to. The closing of eyes just reduces that sensory input. Helps bring calm, yeah? Breathing. Now, I want to throw in something extra here. It is technically a breathing practice, a pranayama, and it's called the lion breath, yeah? And because we are doing our lion flow, let's do some lion breaths. You can do this in any seated pose, in my opinion, but you can also do it in this pose, the thunderbolt pose. You're sitting on your heels, or if your joints need some support, you can also sit on a block, yeah? You are going to, the hands here can actually be just relaxing, but because we are wanting some counter pose for our wrists anyway, point your fingers to the back. Just wrist in line with your knees, and just add a little bit of weight, a little bit of pressure on your wrists, yeah? If they feel too much, you can tuck your fingers under and come into fists, yeah? Strong fists. This is okay too, because with your wrists, I hope you can see this, in 90-degree angles this way, pointing to the back, that can also be too much for some wrists, yeah? So there's no absolute way to do it, but counterpose the wrist a little bit or just stabilize them. So anyway, to the breath. Inhale through your nostrils, down your trachea, down the lowest lobes of your lungs, and on an exhalation, we're going to open the mouth really wide and stick the tongue out nice and long, yeah? Exercising the muscle of the tongue. Your eyes are going to be looking up. So the whole face is kind of opening up in a nice long manner, yeah? So let's do some. Inhale. Strong back still. I'll do it obliquely. Yeah, strong back still. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Yeah. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. When you exhale, there's a little bit of a raspy sound, yeah? So just maybe 2 or 3 more. Inhaling. Inhale. Can you feel the activation of your neck muscles as well? 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Add that pressing in of your belly to accentuate that exhalation. Last one. Inhale, relax. And exhale. And relax. Come out of the pose. Whew. Now, for some, especially if you're doing this for the first time, you might feel a little bit dizzy afterwards, a little bit short of breath. It's because of the odd position of the eyes. You're really looking up, rolling it to the back of your head. Your neck muscles are also activating with that opening of the mouth, nice and wide, and sticking your tongue out. And your face muscles are also lengthening out. It is quite an odd sensation. We don't do it every day, so it's something new. Or maybe it's not something new to you. Maybe you've done it before. But hopefully, that opens up the jaws, gives the face and the neck a little bit of a stretch. At the very minimum, it's good for laughs. I hope you enjoyed our Leo flow, and I will see you in the next class of the Constellation series. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye!